Hello my fellow MCs, Primo here. Whether you are a new or veteran player, finding those underrated diamonds in the rough can make or break an account when it comes to overall value. Today we are talking about 5 underrated characters you need to build in under 5 minutes. So let's sit back, grind some Stellar J's, and let's talk about it.
Let me pay you back tenfold!
Did you miss out on Blade and have all the regrets? Well, look no further than Arlan, our dependable head of security for the Herta space station. Similar to Blade, Arlan consumes his own HP through the use of his skill to be able to enhance his power and deal some major damage. Following the Path of Destruction and possessing the Thunder element, Arlan deals single target damage with his skill and multi-target damage with his ultimate. His talent enhances Arlan's personal damage for every percent of HP below his max. For recommended light cones, the Secret Vow is a great 4-star option, while On the Fall of an Aeon is a top tier F2P option. And of course, the signature light cones for Blade, Honkai, and Clara would also work. Now you can go for the 4-piece Band of Sizzling Thunder, but I personally prefer a 2-piece Thunder, 2-piece Musketeer, or even 2-piece MTH. For planar ornaments, you can't go wrong with the Repellent Arena or Space Sealing Station. For team comps, pairing him with units like Japard, Natasha, Ting-Yun, Bronya, or Asta can give you an amazing hyper carry team. Especially with his Eidolon 2 and 6, he can be the mini Blade your account has always wanted.
Take this! Shape of Taishu!
Don't sleep on her mini Seal physical DPS and her amazing Chicken ultimate. With the release of version 1.3, she can be attained for free once you complete the Alley limited time event. What makes her an F2P Seal is her ultimate, which upon use will immediately forward her actions by 100% and give her 2 extra chances of Sword Stance. Sword Stance is an extra attack of physical damage, which has a 33% chance of hitting. If she's able to weakness break the enemy, that baseline chance increases to 100%. She has a variety of light cones that she would like to use, but my personal favorites are Steel's Signature in the Night, an F2P option in Cruising in the Stellar Sea, and Sushang's signature 4-star light cone Swordsplay. Similar to Arlan, in an ideal world, the 4-piece champion of Streetwise Boxing would be her best in slot, but in my opinion, it is still easier to go for the 2-piece champion and 2-piece Musketeer or 2-piece MTH. And for planar ornaments, she will want the Salsodo set for an increase in ultimate damage, or the Space Sealing Station is a solid option as well. Her best teammates should be comprised of units that are skill point positive, so units like Ting-Yun, Locha, Pila, Natasha, and Bailu can all work here. However, this will change if you are able to get her E1 Eidolon, which regenerates a skill point upon the use of her skill on a weakness broken enemy.
Pitch Dark Hook the Great has arrived!
Our favorite leader of the moles, Hook, is very much slept on, especially with her being one of only 2 fired DPS units we have in game as of version 1.3. Mainly with enemies like the Abundant Deer, having Hook built up on your account can be very helpful in beating this atrocity of an enemy. Hook's kit is centralized around her ultimate and her enhanced skill attack, which deals major fire damage to the targeted and adjacent enemies while also applying burn for 2 turns. For her best light cones, On the Fall of an Aeon is the go-to F2P option, while Clara's signature Something Irreplaceable is an overpowered 5-star option. For 4-star light cones, the Moles Welcome You is a solid option if you can't obtain it for your account. Her best relic set combo is the 2-piece Firesmith and 2-piece Musketeer. The 4-piece Firesmith set doesn't actually help Hook that much as it doesn't increase her burn damage, but the overall attack percent increase you get from the 2-piece Musketeer does. For the planar ornaments, you can go one of the Repellent Arena, Salsodo, or Space Sealing Station. It just honestly depends which ones you have the better substats for. Her best teammate is Asta, as she can personally buff fire damage with her traces, and you can throw in any adequate support like Bronya, Ting-Yun, or Pila, and a healer/preservation unit for survivability.
Cloud Kites, formation! Bolt from the bow!
Given as a free unit in version 1.2, Yukong was many players' first introduction to the imaginary element, but she was also quite confusing. Understanding her support versus DPS capabilities can be tricky, but once that hurdle is crossed, she can be a very valuable asset for your account. Her main utilization is her skill and ultimate, giving her allies an attack boost with her skill, and a crit rate and damage increase with her ultimate. The only caveat to this is that it is only active until 2 allies take their next actions, but this doesn't include follow-up attacks like Clara's counter. For her light cones, I would recommend Past and Future as a decent F2P option, Planetary Rendezvous if you are running her with an imaginary DPS, or Dance 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 for overall support utility. Her best relic set would be the 4-piece Musketeer, as this will help her with her damage and speed tuning, but you can also go 2-piece Wastelander and 2-piece MTH for a similar effect as well. Since we want to utilize her support capabilities, going with the Fleet of the Ageless planar ornaments would be best. For team compositions, she can pretty much fit in any team that wants a standard attack percent buff support, but she really thrives in teams with an imaginary damage dealer like Welt or Don Honkai.
Stay right there while I give you a present!
Now I get it. March 7th is a free starter character, which immediately makes people think she isn't that good. But do not underestimate our favorite cryo photographer. Especially for those accounts who only have Fire MC as a preservation unit, she can provide amazing survivability in areas like Memory of Chaos. Her kit is centralized on her skill, which provides a shield for a single ally while also increasing their chance of being attacked. Once attacked, it will trigger a follow-up attack from March 7th, dealing cryo damage. Her best Lycones are Japard's overpowered 5-star Moment of Victory, while a decent 4-star option is Landau's Choice. You also can't go wrong with March 7th's signature 4-star Lycone, Day 1 of My New Life. For F2P options, We Are Wildfire is a great choice for March 7th. For her best relics, I would highly suggest a 4-piece Knights of Purity Palace just to be able to get that defense percent and shield boost. As a preservation unit, she can slide into any team composition and help with overall survivability. But an awesome combo would be to pair her up with Clara, as she will want to be attacked continuously to trigger Mr. Farog's counterattacks. Her shield not only would be able to protect Clara, but also gives her a higher percent chance of being targeted by enemies. And with that, this will end our video on 5 underrated characters you need to build for your account. I didn't talk about Pila and Asta here only because they have been mentioned in previous videos, and we need to spotlight some other amazing characters in Honkai Star Rail. But if you like the content, please like and subscribe. Let me know in the comments below who your favorite under the radar character is. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.